seeing the bear was definitely the highlight of the Idaho Inlet. But on top of that, I got to pull out a fly rod, make some casts, and have some opportunities at some dolly varden. Actually never landed a dolly, but I did get to make some casts. I got to see some beautiful water, some beautiful country, and brown bear. And to me, that's the greatest feeling in the world. It's the best part of my trip.
I should've known!
Ben is hooked into a king!
Oh, baby.
This is the fish of a lifetime right here!
Welcome back to beautiful Elfin Cove, Alaska. There's nothing I'd rather do than fish, and right now I'm just so blown away by the whales that I'm not even thinking about it.
What's nice about the whales here, they don't get pressure, and so you can just sit here and they'll come right to the boat like this. They're curious.
Oh. Oh my God, did you hear that? Did you hear it come up with that? Oh.
Yeah, man, it was like you were underwater with them.
Oh my God! Oh my God, dude.
That's living in Elfin Cove. You get to see this stuff like all the time. It's very cool.
That was the amazing thing about this trip, was every time we turned the corner, Ben was having the experience of a lifetime.
Said he had the greatest day of his life about every hour. And so seeing somebody get that enthusiastic is really fun for us here as well.
I knew that there was one thing he hadn't experienced yet that would really change his life, and that was to catch the elusive, wild, blue salmon.
And I'd already told my friends at home that I was going to come back with salmon steaks, so the pressure was on.
We were in Idaho Inlet, which typically turns on a little bit later in the summer, but oftentimes there's some holdover fish in there and big fish.
Setting the downriggers about 40 feet and 60 feet on that side, right where the salmon are. See if we can troll them up.
Just goes to show you how every type of fishing is different. That's why you need a good captain to let you know how it is.
I really, really wanted that salmon, so I was back there looking at the lines, sort of trying to good vibe out the lines, make us as attractive to that salmon as we could.
Not to make the other one feel left out, but this is probably going to be the one.
Once we dropped those downriggers down, it didn't take long before the magic began.
And Dan called out from the back of the boat, "We got a fish!" And man, I flew from the front of the boat to the back of the boat, grabbed that thing, and I was really, really nervous.
We got a fish on. Ben is hooked into a king. Woo!
Hooking into a king salmon is only the beginning. Once you're hooked into them, getting them to the boat is a whole different story.
What is that? After it moved through the water and took a side run on us, I knew it was an absolutely large fish, so I knew we were going to have a good time.
Yeah!
It was a way whopper.
Hip up. Oh, baby. That's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah! Run in, baby!
So the thing was actually swimming all the way to the boat, and the thing ran, took the line out about 10 different times. Boy, I was so focused, taking my time and letting that fish kind of do its thing and find the rhythm.
When we get him up, ready to go in the net, he's got to come head first.
All right.
Okay? Because we're not going to be able to net him from the tail.
Okay.
And that's what we call the finish. So at the finish, you're going to have to give him a pretty good pull to get his head into the net.
Catching the king salmon is extremely difficult because they are a hard-fighting, tricky fish. And when you're fighting them on 15-pound tests, it doesn't take much to just screw it up. So stoked right now.
I knew that I had to stick with that thing, but I also knew that it was such a big fish that we were going to have to wear it out and just let it run.
I should've known!
He is having the battle of his life.
I should've known it! Oh my lordy!
Yeah! Oh, man!
Wanna Go Fishing is presented by Dos Equis, stay thirsty, my friends. And in part by Los Sueños Resort and Marina, beyond compare. And by DeLorme, the serious GPS choice.
Welcome back. We've got Ben Wel, a surfer from California, hooked up on a wild Alaskan king salmon. He's having the battle of his life, and I'm loving it! I'm not even fighting it. I'm gonna rush. Keep your balance, dude. You're on the face of the wave, facing the reef. Ben has this karma and this luck because he fought this fish perfectly. You know, he had instruction from Gordy. He was focused.
Okay, wind down. See if you can lift.
Look at that bend, though.
This is so exciting.
Perfect. That's perfect.
I'm basically just watching how the pole's flexing, and every time it comes up, I'm trying to go down, wind down, and keep that same kind of tension on it.
You have to have the captain moving the boat properly. You have to have the deck hands netting it properly. You have to have the fishermen fighting it properly.
I put all of my energy into it and just took my time, followed all the directions that I'd gotten on the prior days, and it was just, I mean, I had to bring that thing to the boat, and I was going to do whatever it took.
Head down.
Do his thing.
There you go.
Okay, don't point at him with your rod. That's it. Okay, bring him back now.
In the water.
Bring him back. Lift your tip up. Tip up.
For all of the things to come together and for you to do it right and to get into the net head first, not tail first, like Gordy was saying. I mean, I was so afraid of losing this thing, even when it was up towards the back of the boat.
Yeah!
You got him?
Okay.
Yeah!
That's all I could ask for, man.
Dude, what a fatty! What a battle! What a battle!
Man,
You're kidding me.
that is a fish of a lifetime, dude.
Get over here, Gordy.
Fish of a lifetime.
Yeah! Oh, that's it.
I think what Ben did best is he let the fish have his head when he was running. And he just kept the line tight and just enjoyed the fact that he had this big, powerful fish on the end of the line.
Oh, man! It was a moment I'll never forget. The look in his eye, the feeling we all had on the boat, the size of the fish. It was just an unbelievable moment. Dude, that looks like the biggest king salmon I've ever seen.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah.
Big one.
Dude, that's like...
This is a whopper.
I'm going to Disneyland.
Woo! And I mean, it was amazing. I was telling these guys it was better than winning a surf contest.
Over 41 pounds! Woo! Excellent. To be able to come to Alaska and share that experience with him is a trip of a lifetime for him and a trip of a lifetime for me. This is the fish of a lifetime right here. Here's a guy who spends every day of his life on the ocean, loves the water, loves adventure, loves experiences, and we were able to take a surfer from San Diego, bring him to Alaska, and show him a whole new way to enjoy the ocean.
I mean, nothing else matters when you're up here, and it's something that sticks with you, and I'm gonna go back a changed person. I mean, it's like I've got Alaska in my blood now. I'm gonna miss this place.
You know, he took it all in, and he appreciated every moment, and man, Ben got the full spectrum. He got the entire Alaskan experience.
This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more information on catching one of these big king salmon, go to espnoutdoors.com.
Does that make you want to go fishing?
So stoked.